Welcome back to the joint and welcome back to the joint with my good friend from worldbaseball.com. But he's a big football fan too. And we know that it's football. This is the end of football season. But unfortunately, his season was done way too early.
I think
Let's
it was
welcome
done.
back.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the show, Julian Guilarte from
I
World
think,
Baseball.
thank you, bro. Sorry to cut that intro, but I think it was done before it even started, honestly. There was no hope as soon, the hope went away quickly. There was not much that you could really hold your hat on to. It's just a decimated roster, a decimated team, like a first-time head coach, a first-time OC, a first-time GM. It's just a bunch of unknown stuff, and it wasn't good. The pieces and the parts never really worked well. There was nothing that made me think it was ever really going to be a good season. And now it's way worse than what I even thought because that's how bad it was somehow. I mean, I am a Jets fan, yes, and here is the Sam Darnold bobblehead prop that I'm bringing into the show. The Prince that was promised, just not for the Jets, unfortunately. Now the Seahawks are seeing what the Jets hoped they could. Minnesota foolishly let him go as well, and he actually played well for them. But we'll get to all those points. Jets are
Yeah,
paying.
let's
I
get to
mean,
yeah. Give me a second to get to these points, okay? So here we go. So let's take the trial and tribulation here. So you have uh Patriots quarterback uh um um man, I'm drawing a blank. I'm
Drake
drawing a
May.
Drake May. There we go. I'm drawing a blank. Drake May, second year, comes in. Mike Vrabel with the Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Titans say you're out. It's your fault, Mike. You're the one that's the problem,
Yeah.
and that's crazy to me.
How did
Like,
that work?
both organizations, like Mike Vrabel, we kind of knew things were going a little bit sideways when you saw Mike Vrabel. If you saw the draft day when AJ Brown was traded to the Eagles,
Hmm.
and Mike Vrabel was like definitely not on board. You saw him in the background. He
No,
was
he
like,
wasn't.
"What is going on here?" But his first season with the Patriots, second season Drake May, and suddenly he gets it done, and they're on to the Super Bowl. And
Yeah.
so let me ask you, Julian, are the Patriots back for your? Is that scary for you? Are the Patriots back?
Well, yes and no, I'll say. Because you'll see why. I think they're back in a sense. So I think they're the best team in the NFL? No, absolutely not. I think they got pretty lucky to make the Super Bowl. I think their path was very easy. I think they didn't face much resistance. I mean, yes, the turnaround was impressive, but who did they really beat? Like a Chargers team that couldn't block for Justin Herbert, a Texans team that had a quarterback that couldn't stop turning the ball over, a backup quarterback in Denver scoring 10 points. Yeah, they're a great team. I don't know. I guess they're a great team in a sense, but it's not like an all-time Patriots team. It's not like when Tom Brady was running through the tunnel. It's not like that team. It's a good team, but I think the Seahawks are better, and we'll get there too. But I think there's obviously went from crap to good very quickly though. So they are back. Yes, they can be a perennial playoff team. I just don't think they're like a top tier team. I think it's a little bit of fool's gold.
Okay, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people that are saying that their schedule, and I'm glad you pointed that out. There's a lot of people that are saying that their schedule was a little bit easy this season.
Hmm.
But I do think that they showed better promise under Mike Vrabel than former coaching associates. Now, we have to get on. We're talking about the Patriots, so we have to get on, Julian. We have to talk about this. You are a writer for World of Baseball. Once again, worldbaseball.com. Julian
Thank you.
Guilarte on with me. Um, he I need you to know as a writer, because this is something that you will love to covet if you ever get a chance to. Bill Belichick's not in the Hall of Fame. He's not a first ballot Hall of Famer, and that's based on the writers. How do you feel about that? Do you think it's a snub?
Yeah, I do actually, and I can't stand the man, but it's a snub. I mean, he won 6 Super Bowls. He's arguably one of the best coaches ever. He's just a little bit short of Don Shula's wins record. I mean, it seems very it's like people with feelings got hurt by him, which I get because I was telling you the other day, if I had to cover that team and write any stories, I would have hated it too because he gives you nothing to write about. But I mean, he was still great at what he does. And like people want to say Spygate and all that, but like I don't really think that's enough of a reason to keep him out personally. He'll get in, obviously. It's just very strange he didn't get the first ballot. And this is coming from someone who can't stand him, by the way. But objectively speaking, like he should have got in there right away. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't like the way he operates. It's not my favorite thing. They were saying Spygate was a thing, but I do you think that the recent things that are going on with this girlfriend even though it's not supposed to. The
Yeah, it's
writers are
not
not
supposed
supposed
to.
to. But do
Yes.
you think that that had an effect?
I think it did. I really think it all did. Like the stuff of how like he went to UNC, like it didn't look good there, and how I think some people also think it's all Tom because he hasn't done well anywhere else, and that is actually true because he has not done that well anywhere else except when he was with the Giants as a DC and like as the Jets, like in an assistant role, he was good, but like as a head coach, like you can check, none of the other stops were really that good. And I know it was just really just Browns, Patriots, and now UNC, but like, and then think about it. As soon as Brady left, the Patriots weren't good. They made one playoff appearance, but it wasn't a good team. They lost right away. So that could be an argument as well, if you look at it that way, maybe. I don't know if anyone actually used that, but that's the thought that people have had, I think.
Okay. Okay. So, I mean, there's some people that are outraged. I'm not outraged. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not outraged. I mean, I understand that the girlfriend stuff and the UNC and that it really shouldn't be effective.
Yeah, it
I
shouldn't. I
I
wouldn't.
understand that he's a great coach, but at the same time, it's just like you gotta ask yourself what is going on, what's going on there. And it's just I understand why people would be upset because that's not supposed to be the way that we look at the Hall of Fame. But I
Mhm.
don't want, I, I got to wonder if he's really a Hall of Famer. Is he really a Hall? I mean, I know he's got 6 rings, but like, is there any question in your mind as an AFC East? You see him two times a year with your team. Is there
Yeah.
any question in your mind that he is? I mean, he's a Hall of Famer, but is there any doubt in your mind that maybe it is Brady and not
Oh,
Belichick?
yeah, I mean that's the point I brought up before, but I would have still put him in right away. Like if I had a vote, I would have checked the box for him. And I'm not outraged because I don't like him, but like it is kind of messed up in my opinion. But I can't say I'm outraged either because like I don't have no love for him. But like I respect what he did. You could argue Brady was more of an aide than and when people realize maybe, but like he's still good at what he does. Like he was still a good defensive coach, like and things like that. I mean, Mac Jones he is what he is. Like he's a system quarterback. I don't know if that's really Belichick's fault. Like I'm not sure who could have really won much with Mac Jones. He looked okay with San Francisco too, but again, like he's a game manager. He's not elite. And was that Bill's fault to draft him? I mean, maybe, but like, what were the other choices? Because Zach Wilson, Justin Fields, and I think Trey Lance were already gone at that point, and not like those three were anything to write home about anyway. So like, I mean, I would have put him in, but I can't say I'm outraged just because he beat the Jets down so much. Like, I can't say I'm too upset about it. But like, he was a good coach. I mean, he always had the game plans. He took away the best player in the field, always on offense. Like he, and then like the Patriots now, Mike Vrabel. I mean, Vrabel's doing a great job. I'm not going to take away any credit from Vrabel. I just think it's a little bit of fool's gold how it's performed, but I don't think I think he's done the best job he could have possibly did. And Drake May's been pretty good, although playoffs through turnovers, but a regular season he was really good. And for a second year quarterback, like they should definitely be happy with his progress. Yeah.
Okay, so now we have to look at some of the mistakes that were made. So we looked at the positives, which Vrabel going to the Patriots was a
Yeah.
positive. But let's look at the mistakes that were made with Sam Darnold since you decided to bring him up and you brought the bobblehead doll in there.
Here is Sammy.
Let's yeah, there he is. We had Jimmy Kimmel last night had the ham for Sam. So everyone's going ham for
Ham for
Sam.
Sam.
The first thing before we go down the line, Sam Darnold, of course, starts out with your New York Jets,
Yeah.
that and they don't really give him the time to develop. I think, some people get it, some people don't. I think we've seen that in Baker Mayfield. I think we've seen that in Sam Darnold. I think we've seen a regression. Some people with a regression, CJ Stroud this year with the Houston Texans, a little bit of
Yes.
regression there. So,
Hmm.
I mean, it's always very different about how people develop. What I want to say to you is, it, at the time that it was going on, if you remember,
I remember.
was Sam Darnold the thing? Was he a guy that you guys that you thought was the guy? We just got to give him a chance.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be as honest as I can because like it's a twofold thing. Here's the situation of Pans. Like, so Arnold to me was always the guy in the beginning. Like I saw the situation brewing with the USC, and I wanted the Jets to grab him at 3. I was like, I hope they could get him. He looked good in that final bowl game. Then they end up getting him. He falls to the Jets by the grace of God, and they still mess it up. So it's just like honest, it's upsetting what took place. Like I thought he had a lot of talent, and the rookie season was a little bit raw, but I liked how he finished the season and to end it. Like I went to one of those final games. I think he threw for like 300 plus yards, and they lost, but he played really well. He played good against, I think, the Texans game I went to. He played well. I think it was like Packers his rookie year. The second year was a problem, but he still did well considering the circumstances. He went 7-6 with Adam Gase as his head coach. And he also had the mono situation, which messed up his season and momentum in the second year as well. He had to miss, I think it was 4 games or 3. I think they played 16 games back then. I think they were 7-9 that year. That was right before they switched to 17, I think, or something like that. But then they went 2-14. The bottom fell out. Everything gets changed. The team around him collapses. He doesn't have any weapons, like you said. They can't block for him. Like they didn't give him a chance to succeed. Like you could tell he had talent. Then there's the ghost game, which is going to be rehashed at length because he's playing the Patriots again. And that was Brock bottom because I was at that game and that was just like a pit in the stomach. Like once he threw the fourth one, I'm like, all right, we got to get out of here. I've seen enough. And then I'm like, this is pointless. Like I thought at that point, I'm like, man, this guy's cooked. But then like he kind of settled the storm a little bit after that. But like the new evaluators like Sala and Douglas didn't weren't as in on him. Although there was definitely some rumors that Sala would have been okay with keeping him. This is where the things get interesting, and this is where the Jets and everything got messed up for them and Sam and everything else. And we watched this video together. I was at your house. We watched it. The Jets could have simply traded back, built the team around him, and he would have been fine potentially. But they decided to give up on him, get Zach Wilson, absolute bust. And now you see Sam go to Carolina, San Francisco, to Minnesota, Seattle, to the Super Bowl.
He was on San Francisco.
Yes, he was a backup. And I think that actually
Oh,
helped him more than people realize because he got the chance to sit and learn. And then he went to Minnesota.
oh, okay, okay. I didn't know that tree. So
Yeah.
that's an interesting fact there. That was
Hmm.
probably 1 year, right?
Yeah, it
Like
was
one
one
year.
year. It was just one
Okay,
year. I think he may have
okay.
got one start maybe because like someone got hurt and he was okay in it, I think, or something. It wasn't much because Purdy was doing his thing.
Well, so I like to stay in the AFC East because that's your
Yeah.
home. And
Okay.
once again,
It's
we're
just
with that's just your home. Like
it's a
that's where
brutal
you
home. It is a
yeah.
brutal home though.
And so we have a whole changeup going on right now. Forgive me, I forgot the coach that is going to be for the Miami Dolphins this year. He comes from Boston College. So you yeah, I don't know if you can check on that real quick. I'm gonna try, I don't want to
I could do it.
but what I'm saying is that he comes from Boston College. He's got an offensive background. He's a leader of no, a defensive background.
Jeff Hafley. He was with Green Bay, I'm
Jeff
pretty sure.
Hafley. There
That's
we
your
go.
guy. Yeah.
Jeff Hafley. So Jeff Hafley is more of a defensive minded guy. They say he's a leader of men. How disrespectful. Like how disrespectful can you how can you disrespect Mike McDaniels more by saying he's not like that's like saying you don't have the balls to lead a team. That's basically what you're saying. Like you don't have the like so this guy's coming in with the Dolphins. What I mean, once again, division rivals for you and your
Yeah.
Jets. How do you feel about this move? Do you think that the Jets are ahead of the Dolphins as far as progression wise now? Do you think that
No.
do you think that this makes the Dolphins not as good as they were? And what are your? I know there's like a lot of questions I'm asking you, but
I got you. Don't worry.
what are your ambitions for Tua Tagovailoa, whatever the hell you want to say his name?
Okay, I'll answer all this together. The first thing is I don't think the Jets are in a better path than the Dolphins because the Jets are in a horrible path right now, and I don't see any light right now. But that doesn't mean I think the Dolphins are on such a great path either. I just think they're in a slightly better spot than the Jets. But I don't know. Like I think Tua's probably done. It seems like I think everyone's ready to move on. I don't know what the defensive guy or who they're going to OC is going to be or who they're going to want to do or what they're going to do. But I don't know if this is make or break because that contract's terrible, but I feel like both sides are kind of ready to part ways. Tua even said he wouldn't mind a fresh start, so it tells me they're going to let him go probably. So, I mean, but I guess crazier things have happened. I don't know what they're going to actually do because this draft class is not great, which is why my hope for the Jets is pretty low because the one guy they could have maybe drafted, they won't be able to. Mendoza's going to go to the Raiders. And I don't know, the Jets, there's no one worth taking it to. For them, there's not one quarterback worth taking it to. It would be a crazy, terrible reach if they took any quarterback at two. If they go to try one at 16, maybe, but I still don't even know if that's the best idea. They
So
might just have,
with that thought in mind, with that thought in mind, you think that they just eat it and
they might have to, unfortunately.
roll with Tua?
Oh, you mean with the Dolphins standpoint?
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Oh,
that's what the
okay.
question. Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't know because they seem, I don't, yeah, because like it's tough to say what they're gonna do. I mean, they seem ready for a split, but the class isn't that good. So do they just try one more year and just like suck it up, like you said? Because there's a lot of money on that contract anyway. They're gonna have to pay. I don't know if it's easier to cut him after one more season. I think if they made him like a pre, I forgot if it's pre or post June 1st. Like one of the ways is easier for them. Like you know how
As
that's
a
the thing. I don't remember which one it
as
was
a
though.
Jets fan, you guys kind of have like a looming quarterback room right now. Would you want Tua?
No, because he can't play outside. The Jets need a quarterback that can play in cold weather. Tua can't play in the cold weather.
Oh,
So I would not be interested in him. Kyler Murray is another guy that I know you might bring up because the Arizona
I brought it.
ties,
I yeah, exactly.
and that is something that like could happen maybe. Would it overly excite me? Probably not, but like I guess it raises their floor at least if they get him. So I mean, at least you could see like how some receivers might play, but like I don't know, they're a mess. Like it's a bad situation, and it could have been avoided if they had kept Darnold maybe and did the Bills up, the draft back, the move back, get more pieces, see what he has, give him one more chance with a better team. But I never gave him a good enough team to succeed, and now he's doing what his thing with the Seahawks, and you do wonder what it could have looked like for the Jets if they had held on. Would they have been out of quarterback purgatory finally?
Yeah, and so that's the take right there. Okay, let's do some quick predictions here, Julian. Let's do this here. Okay, who's gonna win the Super Bowl? Seahawks or Patriots?
Hawks chalk all day. I think that as I kind of printed that in my open, the Seahawks are more battle tested. They've played better teams. They've beaten better teams. I think the roster's better. The only problem was if Darnold gets tricked by Vrabel. That's my only concern. If he
Okay.
avoids the storm, the
Are we are we
Seahawks win.
are we gonna have a high offensive game or low defensive game?
Low defensive, I think. It's not, it might not be that pretty for the viewers. I could see it getting ugly towards Seattle side.
Okay, you have those Jets ties. Robert Saleh, good hire for the Titans.
Yes and no, because at first I didn't like it, but I think they may have established it with Brian Dable being the OC. Because as long as you can let Saleh do the defense and do his thing, we know he can do that. If Dable takes the offense and can develop Cam Ward, then I think it might actually work out. I was questionable at first, but Dable is a good guy to pair with him. So I think it's a decent hire. I can't say amazing. I can't say awful. We're gonna have to see.
Okay, chance this year MVP, maybe not a quarterback of the Super Bowl. MVP, not a quarterback of the
Hmm.
Super Bowl this year. What do you think?
Yeah, maybe we could get something crazy. Could we get some JSN love with how great a year he's had? Maybe could we get something weird like Shaheed, maybe with like a special team touchdown, like a bomb or something? So we get a defensive player, if there's like a defensive touchdown. Could it be Kenneth Walker? Maybe. Who knows? I mean, he's been pretty good. He's been catching the ball too, and he's been run. And there's no more Charbonnet, so he's going to get a lot of touches. If we go to the New England side, like it would probably have to be Drake May if they won the game. I think, like unless it's like Diggs. I don't think Ramondre is like an MVP really. Yeah, I mean, it's. I think if it's not an MVP, it's probably the Seahawks winning if there's not a quarterback MVP, maybe. Not that Darnold can't win it, but like I feel like the Seahawks have a few different ways to get a
Well,
non-quarterback MVP.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So is your prediction yes quarterback or no?
No, I'm gonna say Darnold wins the MVP and avenges the ghost game. We're gonna have some fun here.
Okay. That's that. I like it. I like it. Okay. Next thing, right here. Jets finish these sentences with me.
Oh boy.
Jets will finish this in their division next year.
Last.
Okay. All right. Uh that's crazy. A surprise team that will make a big run is
Um, hmm. Giants.
that's a good pick right there. Okay, and we have not rehearsed these, everyone. We have not rehearsed these, so he is getting these right on the spot here. Kyler Murray will be with the Cardinals, yes or no?
No.
Okay, all right. This is the last season for Dan Campbell to get it right.
Yes, and I think he will.
Okay, all right. Here we go. Uh Mike Tomlin will be a broadcaster this year.
Yes, I think he stays in it for this year, and then he might pull a Sean Payton and come back a year later.
Okay, okay, all right. Mike McCarthy and the Pittsburgh Steelers will be a force to be reckoned with.
No.
Okay. Aaron Rodgers returns because Mike McCarthy's the coach.
This is tough. I'm gonna shit. I'm gonna lean towards yes, but like 55-45 yes, because it's very up in the air for me. But I'll give it a slight yes, just because like why not, I guess. Like he has nothing else to do right now. He's not ready. I don't know.
Okay. Okay. The Atlanta Falcons will be better with new coach Kevin Stefanski over Raheem Morris.
Yeah. I don't know how much, I'll say a little bit.
Okay, let's get into your world for just a second. We got a few minutes left here with Julian Guilarte. Let's get into your world a little bit. The Yankees are going to win it all this year.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Um, most improved team based on your analysis, most improved baseball team over the offseason.
This is gonna surprise you, but I'm gonna say the White Sox.
Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna. We'll go into that more another time. Like why you think that. We'll go into that more another time. What is the number one prospect to watch this year for baseball? As far as we can break it down by position. So pitchers.
Okay. If you're looking for a pitcher, I'm looking at this guy named Noah Schultz for the White Sox, taking with the White Sox. I think he's the guy to watch. So I'll go with him. I'm not going to use the Savage because he pitched in the majors already. I know some people still consider him a prospect, but I don't. That was the Blue Jays guy in the World Series, but I'm not going to use him.
Okay. Does baseball does baseball need to change up the divisions based on the budget?
Possibly.
Okay. I mean, like I said, guys, we are hammering Julian right now. He is doing everything he can. He did not know these questions right now. I am just saying them right off the bat. Who wins the NL West this year?
Dodgers, unfortunately.
Okay. All right. All right. And then to sit up, should the spring training be a little bit shorter? Can
Yes.
we start baseball in March?
Yes, maybe start
Regular
earlier.
season.
Yes, maybe start earlier, end earlier, and then my top hitting prospect is Kevin McConaughey, who I saw on the Arizona Fall League, by the way, with the Tigers. I didn't, so that's another one.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, I was gonna go position by position. My
Uh,
my fault on
you're
that.
we're good, don't worry.
Okay, and so now, and my biggest question for you, and then we're gonna end on this, if you want to go in depth on this, is Tampa Bay gonna ever get their team back?
Yes, they will because they have the Trop back and they're working on a new stadium. Hopefully it gets done. But yes, they're getting it back. They should be good.
So they are building a new stadium in Tampa Bay.
They haven't broke grounds yet, but they're back in their old stadium for this year at least. There's plans to
What
build a new
happened to
one.
the old stadium? Did
It,
they
it
take
was
the
a
roof off?
it was a hurricane.
Yeah, but what did they take the roof off,
Yeah,
or
they
did they
fixed it. They fixed it. Yeah, they put
they
it
fix
back.
the?
Yeah,
Oh,
they repaired it.
I don't know if that's a great thing or not. Who should be getting a new MLB team? If what state should get a new MLB team if it is available? Expansion.
Let's bring the Expos back.
Okay, okay. Well, I mean, there we go. We go back to Montreal right there, right there. Who is your who is your favorite team to come out of the gate in out of spring training and leading the league? Who's your
Um,
favorite team?
I'm gonna say let's have a fun team. Tigers. Let's make it different than Dodgers. I think the Tigers, since they got Valdez and Scooble's
Please
pitching on his
explain.
contract, Scooble's pitching on his contract year, and they just added another good pitcher. They have a top prospect I was mentioning. They were really good last year. They kind of just messed up the last few months, so I could see them coming out hot.